What up, y'all? It's your girl Sharon from She Gets It Podcast. Welcome to the show. If you're new, come get to know me. Oh, man. I hope that you guys are not traveling this week. Thanksgiving week. I hope that if you are traveling, that you're in your own vehicle with your own germs. I hope you're not on a flight. But if you are, I can't even say that I understand. I don't understand. So, I don't know. Hopefully you're good. Hopefully this winter season is good to you and to yours, aka your family. But for the most part, I hope that nobody doesn't burn down their house this week. I hope that the people that are bringing food wash their food, clean their food, season their food properly. Nobody gets sick. I hope that you guys have enough toilet tissue or somewhere where you guys could have toilet tissue. As a reminder, I need to buy some more toilet tissue. But, it's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week. That being said, let's get into today's episode, which is You Unhappy equals you fix it. Keywords, you, okay? You. Not the person you're with, not the person you're interested in, not the person you came out of, not the person that's been around by default. You have to fix what's not making you happy about you, not anybody else. And that's what we're talking about. Fall is coming. Fall is like my favorite time of the year. Autumn is my favorite season. So if you're looking for some merch, check your girl. Support the She Gets It podcast by getting you some merch. You know what I'm saying? You get some merch, you support, you get a little something out of it. You become a representative, an affiliate for She Gets It podcast. And I have sweatshirts on there, hoodies, t-shirts, whatever you need is on the She Gets It shop. Shop with Teespring. I'll go ahead and put the link up. Let's get back to the show. Thank you for listening to those messages. We back. Man, last night was like a great recording. I did a recording with Greg from Young Black and Bothered on the Stereo app for our show Loudmouth Stereo. And it went from 9:30 to I want to say 3 a.m. It was a good show. We were talking about side pieces and side piece music and the whole idea behind that, and side pieces can be men or women. Hello. So that's a good show. I'll probably drop that one later this week. But if you're not on the Stereo app, get on the Stereo app, okay? But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about people who are unhappy that look for people externally to fix it or to fix them. And I'm a believer that your happiness should not depend on another person outside of you. You are in charge of that whole body machine, mental machine, spirit machine. And I can't physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually make my children happy if I'm not happy with myself. And we see this all the time where unhappy people have children, and then those children go around the world and torment other children and other people and act out and misbehave and scream for attention and don't know what having compassion is. And that's just something we can't continuously keep doing. We also see unhappy people in relationships that make other people miserable, that nag, that are insecure, that create havoc, that are drama driven, that love to assume things without facts, that are never settled inside themselves. And you don't fix shit with other people. You don't fix shit with more bullshit. That's not how you fix it. That's how you snowball things to be bigger. You know, you're not going to fix anything within one relationship by opening up another relationship. You cannot fix shit with temporary highs. And when I say that, it doesn't necessarily have to be drugs. It can be buying shit. It can be traveling. It can be buying people. It can be having things, feeling like you need to have, feeling like you need to know, feeling like people owe you shit. You're not going to get happy always having the latest gossip, always having the latest information that somebody else's life is fucked up. You're not going to get happy that way. So stop craving that stuff. Learn how to break away from people who are like that. Okay? I say this all the time. Like-minded people stay with like-minded people. So if there's somebody annoying, drama-driven that keeps calling your phone and you keep answering, what does that make you? What does that make you? The people around you should be reflections of who you are. If they're not doing that great, there's no way possible you could be doing that great. That has to be an illusion. Okay? If you care. You don't fix shit with illusions of help. All right? So if somebody's quote unquote fake helping you through your situation, that means they're enabling you to learn the tools to fix your situation. They're buying things that they think is going to make you happy. They're buying you out of your problems that you keep creating because you haven't learned new behaviors or new habits to not even have yourself in that position. If I keep being late on my bills, but I have more than enough money to pay my bills, is my family or the person I'm in a relationship with helping me by paying my bills that are late? No, they're not. Same thing with anything else in your life that's wrong. If you keep picking shitty people to be in relationships with, and you haven't healed from the second one, and you are now on your 6th and the last 7 months, then there's nobody in control of that bad situation but you. You have to figure out why you keep picking these shitty people. Why are you so afraid to be single? Why are you so afraid to be alone and still with your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What is the problem? What is the root cause of you picking these people to lean up against and be with and waste your time with? Because that's exactly what you're doing. You're wasting your time with these people. These people aren't helping you heal. These people aren't giving you new habits. These people are not contributing to your life in a longevity way. They're temporary. You know that they're temporary. You knew that you wasn't right from the second one. You knew that something is not clicking correctly in your brain, but you keep entertaining these people. Get out of that mindset of feeling like you need to have these physical bodies around you in order to look like everything's great. Looking like everything's great is everything actually being great. It should never be like a figment of your mind that, oh, it looked great, so it must be great. And a lot of people live like that. A lot of people have the cars, they have the clothes, they have the shoes, they have the house, they have the dog, they have that great so-called job. And they're dead as fuck inside. They're dead. They don't want it. It doesn't click for them. They don't feel whole. They feel like puzzle pieces that are scattered. But they wake up every day and they put funeral makeup on that face. They throw that wig on. They put those clothes on. They need for compliments. They throw that cologne on. They throw that watch on. They throw those name brand clothes on. And don't forget the belt with the emblem. And they drive that car that's leased that they haven't made payments on in about 6 months. And how do they keep keeping that car? They keep hiding that car. That is no way to live. And there are people today living like that. because they're unhappy. They're truly unhappy. But they have to put on this facade that they're actually happy. I don't ever want to be fake happy in life. And sometimes not being fake happy in life requires you to be by yourself. Requires you to talk to less people. Requires you to find something for you that you cannot call up 10 more people and be like, hey, come hang out. You ever seen a group of friends like get on live or at like a get together and everybody's cheering each other on to down shots or to do something where they're putting poison into their body, right? And I don't have a problem with people drinking. I don't. I'm just not really a big drinker, and I don't have a problem with people smoking as long as it's not cigarettes. I don't. I'm just not a smoker. I'm an eater. Hello, edibles. But the way that friends and associates cheer on other people to throw drinks back, right? To poison their system, right? To have their liver look at them like, what the fuck? To have their kidneys be like, what the fuck, right? How many people around you are there cheering you on when you grind for your goal? When you're in your 30s going back to school? When you're in your 40s changing your career? When you're going into your 50s wanting to completely move out the country? How many friends do you have cheering you on within your process of betterment? Okay? Are you even cheering you on? I don't think a lot of people put pride into their progress or even take the time to see their progress or even take the time to sit and reflect on the fact that, damn, I was here in this mindset last year, but now I'm not. This year is better than last year. This year is better, than the years I had before this. The people in my life are more dependable than the ones I had in the past. I do feel more independent. I do feel less stressed. You don't fix shit if you're going to fake it. If you're going to fix something, don't even try. You're wasting your time. Who are you faking it for? Who are you faking being happy for? And what are they getting out of seeing you fake happy? What are you getting out of seeing you fake happy? What do you get out of waking up every day knowing you don't like what you see, you don't like what you feel, you have all these things, you have all these people around you, you have all these cameras and media following you, and you're not fucking happy? What do you get out of that? How is your life going? How are you feeling about yourself? And a lot of people that may not have a lot of money, may not have a lot of access, may not be able to be mainstream and go places and snap their fingers and have things, have the illusion of, damn, I wish I had that. I would be so happy. Why do you think the richest people commit suicide? Why do you think the well-off children are lost and don't have any identity within themselves and really crave others' attention that really don't have what they have? You have to find that peace within you. You have to find reasons to be happy within yourself. No one has to come help you do nothing when it comes to your happiness. When it comes to your happiness, it's you. If you grew up not a happy kid, figure out why you grew up not a happy kid. And figure out how to be happy as an adult. If you had parents who weren't happy, who didn't show you how to be compassionate, and you have kids, it is your job. It is your job to figure out, how can I fix these things within me so I can make sure I raise kids that are happy? So I can make sure that I raise kids that can come to me and have a conversation. So I can make sure I raise kids as a strong parent, but also as a understanding, compassionate, open parent, where my children are are okay to come ask me how I'm feeling, and I can share that. And I don't tell them to mind their business and stay in a child's place. Like, we are the generation, those born in the late 80s and later, that can change the way parenting was to a new way of parenting. We have that power. And some people that were born in the 70s also have that power. But it's a choice. It's a mental choice. It's a mental choice to be happy and get rid of the things that are not making you happy. It's also a mental choice to stay. But when you're not happy within yourself, you make other people around you miserable. And that's what people don't understand. It's not up to anybody else or anything to make you happy. You have to find that happiness within yourself. Another thing, you cannot be a happy person and go into a relationship with someone else that is unhappy and doesn't want to fix it, because you're going to be the only one mentally, physically, emotionally in that relationship. And it's going to get exhausting. And you're going to get tired of that person asking you how everything is going, and you have something to share and they have nothing to offer. You have to have some balance. Two great people who are working on themselves, who can explain their emotions and communicate well and comprehend well. Nobody talks about comprehension. Everybody talks about you have to be able to communicate, but you also have to be able to understand clearly what the fuck I just said. All of that has to do with your happiness. And it's not, how can you tell me what I need or what I need to do in order to be happy in a relationship and you're single? That's why I can tell you. That's why I can tell you, because I am proof of you don't necessarily need to be in a relationship to convey happiness. You don't necessarily have to be in a happy marriage to convey what it means to be in a happy marriage or what a happy marriage should look like. Everybody's love is going to be different. Everybody's relationship wants and needs is going to be different. But I can tell you the root cause of miserable, unhappy, drama-driven relationship downfalls is definitely two people or more not being happy within themselves. Because when you're happy within yourself, you're not worrying about bad news. You're not focusing on bad news. You don't want to hear no drama. You don't want to hear no sad, depressing music. You don't want to be around people killing each other, talking bad about each other, fighting each other. You don't want to see that. You don't want to be around that. So it's all about what you see, what you put yourself into, your environment. There's no way that I can physically be like, my life is great, I'm happy, and I'm living in an environment that's not feeding my mind good things, that's not feeding my children good things, when my kids aren't comfortable. How can you be happy when your kids aren't comfortable? How can you be happy and you got all the riches in the world, it seems like, and your mom's still like living in the hood, and she got the mentality that she don't want to leave the hood, and you're comfortable with sending your kids there? You can water the prettiest bush, flower, tree, but if you're watering that shit in a horrible ass environment, soon enough, something is going to get to that tree, that bush, that plant, that flower. You have to get to a point where you're like, okay, it's time to move. It's time to do something different. It's time to be somewhere different, where I don't have to worry about you being great in this space. And that's what a lot of people have to figure out. If you're in a relationship that's not feeding you, that's mentally exhausting, that's in any way, shape, or form abusive, you have to be the one to get to a point where, you know what? I understand that I deserve better. I understand that there is something that is better. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm definitely curious, and I am ready, and I'm going to dip. Nobody can't tell you when your win is. You have to get that pride out the way. You got to get that ego out out the way. You got to be prepared sometimes not to have nothing. You got to be prepared sometimes not to have none of the people that you thought were friends in the beginning that were going to be with you later. And if you're not mentally, emotionally ready for that, you're going to still keep around people who are not good for you, are not logically happy for you. People that, as soon as something good that happens for you, they comparing and contrasting, why this happened for him? Why this happened for her? I've been grinding. I've been doing this and ain't nothing happening for me. You can't logically say that you're happy for the next person and their goals and their accomplishments if you're comparing yourself instantly. That's a hate within yourself. When my friends do good, I'm really happy for them. When my family does good and does great things and, starts businesses, I'm really happy for them. But a lot of people move in a way where they might start these new businesses and they might be doing better. And they feel as though I have to completely cut off these people that are not doing the same thing that I'm doing because I'm better than. We can't even share the same discussion or conversation. And that's not true. That's not true. You could be that teacher. You could be that person to do better, do well, reach a hand out, give resources, and help somebody else figure out what they need to do. You can be a teacher to those who want to be taught, but you cannot be a teacher to people who do not want to be taught. You can't help somebody that's unhappy within themselves to be happy. That's why it's nobody's business about if you're unhappy, somebody making you happy. That's not their job. That's not what they're supposed to do. So figure out what it is that has you unhappy and fix it. You fix your unhappiness. It's nobody else's job to fix your unhappiness. And if you can't fix your unhappiness, go find a therapist. Going to therapy is not somebody fixing you. Going to therapy is somebody with an unbiased opinion about the people in your life that's going to tell you how to use tools that are available to you to work out your own problems. And you don't have to go to therapy and go to therapy for the rest of your life. Some people go to therapy for 3 months and they're good. Some people go to therapy for 6 months and they're good. They learn what they need to learn to use within their life for the rest of their life. And some people, it's a continuous thing because they're struggling. I'm not saying you have to go to therapy to figure out why you're unhappy and work through that, but some people do, and it's okay. But you can't keep being unhappy and involving other people and children into the mix and producing another generation of unhappy people. People are out here miserable with having it all. And there's going to be some unhappy people that are going to show up at your celebrations and your graduations and your baby shower and your proposal and your party and your book signing and your opening of your new restaurant and the opening of your new business. There's going to be some unhappy people that are going to be at your wedding and you already paid for them to eat. You paid for them to have this GJ. You paid for them to have drinks. This is why I'm just like, just because we're related doesn't mean you automatically get a ticket to my happiness. Just because my mom knew you growing up doesn't mean you automatically get a plate to my happiness. Stop giving people doors to walk through that are bringing unhappiness into your aura, your space. Unhappy people deserve nothing from you. If you're in a happy place, keep everybody that has negative energy out of that shit. Everybody that's fake happy for you, out of that shit. Everybody that really has some truthful thoughts that they want to say, that they won't say until they feel like you didn't do something for them, or they feel attacked and they say that shit, that's real shit. When people throw jabs, that's meditated thoughts over a period of time. When people are mad at you, they say the most truthful shit about what they think about you. And you have to be able to peep it. You have to be able to understand, okay, this is what this person been on. And you have to remove that out of your space. When people do things that are wrong and you feel like they're wrong, you have to say, hey, I don't agree with this. And if they dislike you because you don't agree with the shit that they're on, that's their issue. Congratulations. Your clique has become better, stronger, happier. The grass is not greener on the other side. Sometimes when you're getting to the best parts of you, the happier parts of you, it gets lonelier, it gets emptier. And you just figure out how to fill those empty spaces with peace. You figure out how to fill those spaces where people once were with something that's actually progressive in your life. And old people need to do it. Young people need to do it. People in their 20s, 30s, 40s need to do it. It is okay to be single. It is okay to be happy single. It is okay to be happy within your marriage, and people don't know why you're happy within your marriage because it's none of their business. People have to understand that you can do that. Yes.
Can I have a snack?
What kind of snack?
Chips.
Chips? The chips is on the table. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because I got things to do. I just wanted to get that out because I know y'all gonna be around some fake vibes this week, unfortunately, with relatives, because a lot of people believe that the people that they are defaulted brought into a family with, they have to keep around. I don't believe that. So learn to peep what people truthfully say. Learn to read the room and learn to read energies of people, because when people are miserable and unhappy, they can never be happy for you. They can never do anything on a positive level for you, with you, or around you. And you have to learn to remove yourself from that. And if you are unhappy, figure out how you can fix it. Peace. Have a good week. Enjoy your things taken day. That's it. Thank you for listening to She Gets It.